You are all doing so much better than you think you are. You are all grasping these ideas. You are putting them into place in your life. You're experimenting. You are using what you know to reach higher perspectives. You are gaining clarity. You are connecting to your inner selves. You're communicating with your inner selves, guides, and supporters. Your empathic abilities are starting to come online. You're lifting out of the lower densities into higher, lighter, easier, funner, faster, freer densities. And things are always working out for you. Whether you're on this call now or listening at a later date, we want you to know for sure that we are speaking to you. You are amongst the highest perspectives in the world, and you are rapidly expanding that perspective so it's within grasp of those you know, of your community, of those around the world. You are on the leading edge, or the leading edge of thought. You are on the forefront of this exploration, and you're doing everything perfectly. What trips you up now and again is your concern over other people. Now, you must realize that when you are in a manifestation event, no matter how mild or extreme it may feel, it is always about you, your beliefs, your desires, your perspective, what you think it means to you, even if it's about another person. If you feel a manifestation event because you want to help someone else, it's about something that you feel, a limitation that you are now exposing, a feeling that is showing up because there is a belief system that you are separate from this person, that this person needs your assistance, that they are not the creators of their reality, that they will not understand what's happening to them in the way that you understand what is happening from your perspective. And of course, this is all based in these limiting beliefs that have never been true, are not true, and are coming to you because simply in this one instance, you are choosing to perceive yourself as a victim to outside conditions or to the conditions surrounding these people in your life. When you are dipping your perspective and feeling negative emotion, you are, as you know, cutting yourself off to a degree from that guidance that is with you at all times, from that inspiration, intuition, direct communication of your inner self. And without that connection, you have nothing really to offer because you are deeply, firmly rooted within the illusion. The illusion is separation. The illusion creates all fear. From that fear, you receive urges to change or control outside conditions. This is not a game of controlling those outside conditions, since the outside conditions are simply the reflection of what is going on inside. But when you are consumed with what's happening on the outside conditions, whether that's some event that a friend or family member is going through, or some news that you read, or someone says something, or a video that you watch, these outside conditions are simply a reflection of what's going on the inside, a reflection of your beliefs, a reflection of what you think you know and what you desire. If you desire something from a human limited perspective, the desire is generally based in some illusion of limitation. And if you perceive that that limitation is preventing you from doing something, being something, having something, then this is what will cause the vast majority of your frustration, of your annoyance, of your disconnection. It is rooted in this perception that the illusion in this case is real, that the limitation in this case is real. And it is never real. No illusion is real. It is simply what you perceive from the outside viewpoint of your five physical senses. When you remember that, one, you are the creator of your reality, that two, everything is always working out for you, three, that everyone else is the creator of their realities, and four, everything is always working out for them as well. Well, how is it possible that everything can always be working out for everyone all at the same time? Well, this comes into this idea of linear and nonlinear perceptions of realities. From this illusion, you perceive reality in a linear way. X plus Y equals Z. Action plus experience equals some condition. And that if you made a different choice, decision, or took a different action, that the outcomes would be different than they are, meaning that one thing follows another thing, follows another thing, follows another thing. And from that linear perception of reality, you believe that you can have some impact on your outside conditions through effort and struggle. Well, humans have been trying this for eons, and it doesn't work the same way you think it does, but it is a ray of hope. It is a possibility. And you could look to others and look to times in your life where you've taken action and you've gotten outcomes that you've wanted. But that's looking at it from a limited perspective. It is appearing to change the outside conditions. But the outside conditions are only the reflection of the inside. And so, even if you are efforting and struggling, and even if conditions somehow change in some way from your perspective, it's not because you're making anything happen. It's because you're going through an inner change in that effort and struggle. Well, that is what is, we would say, the default perception of most humans, that some action, some decision, some choice leads to some outcome. And you can follow a trail of this. What's really happening is you have a vibration, it is transmitting or emitting from you. The reality or the outer conditions is conforming or being attracted by that vibration. Your beliefs then create a perception of that outside condition, and your desires and hopes and dreams put all of that in some context with which you have new desires and make new choices and make new decisions, make new actions, and effect new outcomes. What's really happening is your beliefs are being altered, your perspective is shifting, and your vibration is the translation of that perspective. That new vibration is creating a new reality, a brand new reality in every single moment. Nothing is ever the same. It seems like the effort, the struggle, the decision, the choices, the actions led to the outcome, led to the change in conditions, but it's always, always, always an inner change that's affecting what you perceive to be the outer conditions. Now, if you have outer conditions and they do not change one bit, but you feel better as you are looking on these outer conditions, then what has really changed? Your perspective. So, from a new perspective, even if the conditions did not change one bit and you felt better, you can know for sure that it was simply a choice of perspective, a choice of perspective where that doesn't really bother you anymore. That is actually now enjoyable. That's now interesting. You now can see with more clarity what's actually happening. And this is what you all truly want. This is where you're all going now. It's a complete shift in an approach to life of the victim, perceiving you must do this, you must do that, you must do that in order to get what you think you lack. And if you are not affecting the change the way you want it, that you have to work harder and you have to do more and you have to double down. But again, within that illusion, what is really happening there? It's always a shift in your belief system. So, those of you who are working with manifestation event forms and doing classes and doing activations, what you're really doing is altering your beliefs, which then translates into a new mental construct. From that new mental construct, you have a new way of perceiving reality, a new perspective, and you have now a more expanded vibration attracting a reality in a way that now conforms to the new belief system. And this is happening over and over and over and over again. You get to one level, You think you have it figured out. You feel better. The old things that used to bother you don't bother you anymore. And then something comes along, generally regarding some other person in your life. And you say, if only their life was better, if they weren't going through this stuff, then I would feel better. But you went through stuff. You altered your belief system. You changed how you see yourself. And from that, your perspective expanded and you offered a new vibration. Wouldn't you want the same thing for the people you love in your life? If you can understand that everyone is going through an experience that they intended to have from a perspective that they are choosing in the moment, and knowing that they have the opportunity to adjust their belief system and their mental construct to effect a higher perspective and therefore a more expanded vibration, then in essence, they're on a journey of self discovery as well, just as you are. They're doing it a little bit differently than you are doing it. They're doing it through a deep dive into the illusion, where your choice now has come to let the illusion go, see through the veil. And you know that by allowing your beliefs to open up and expand, your perception of a reality will become clearer. You will move out of the lower densities of fear into the lighter, higher, freer, faster, funner densities and get more clarity. With that, you will have empathic abilities that come online, but you've done this work to mitigate the fear or to ease the fear because the illusion of separation is not as real for you. If the illusion of separation is the cause of all fear, when you see through that illusion, when you embrace the idea of oneness, the fear dissipates. And when that fear dissipates, you have greater connection to your inner self guides and supporters. You have more inspiration coming through, more intuition coming through, your empathic abilities come online, and then you become one who is a beacon to others, one who is in service to others. And in that service to others, you are doing for them what you intended to do. In their pursuit of an old approach to life, going through all the trials and tribulations, they're allowing you to see how far you've come. They're allowing you to have an idea, contemplate what is best for them, to see them as sovereign, to see them as the creator of their reality, to see them as having everything work out as well. When you know that you're the creator of your reality and they're the creator of their reality, you can see how their manifestation events are coming for them, helping them, of benefit to them, just as yours are to you. And with that, we'd like to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about. Who'd like to go first?